At ease. It's your boy Soul Immortal. What does it mean to be a minimalist? Now, I can tell you this. If you ask 100 different people that question, I guarantee you will get 100 different answers, right? See, some people think that being a minimalist means that you have to live in a cardboard box. Some people think that being a minimalist means that you can't have any furniture, right? That's not what being a minimalist is. I'll say this: you can have a home full of Louis V. You can have furniture made of Gucci. You can have bed sheets from Ralph Lauren. You can have a closet full of Birkins. You can have a garage full of Benzes and Lambos and still be a minimalist. What do you mean, soul? Like, that ain't what the internet said. Brother, what you have right now is I see a lot of people that are, competing to have less. I see these minimalist videos online. It's like I have one fork, I have one chair in my house. Brother, that has nothing to do with minimalism. What minimalism is a man or a woman choosing to live their life in a bubble. Always talking about forming a bubble around your life. In other words, a man or a woman isn't making any purchases to impress anybody. They aren't taking any trips. They aren't buying any products to impress anybody. They're living their lives in a bubble. Again, so what you have is a lot of people that are competing to have less. But what you don't understand is competing to have less is just as damaging as competing to have more. So what's a minimalist? A minimalist is simply a person that has chosen to kill the ego.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you own based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
I can easily say that everything in this house has a purpose or has a specific energy associated with it. And this first room we come to, man, is what I call like a Zen room. It's just, I come here just to relax. Sometimes I'll sleep. I may do a little reading, but it's just a room I come into, man, to clean my spirit. You know what I mean? One of the very few pieces of art I have, man, is from a brother out of Kansas City, a brother named Warren Harvey. Dope artist, man. Him and I will be collabing pretty soon. One of the pictures I like to keep up in this room, man, is when I took a trip to Egypt. Explored the pyramids, spent some time in Cairo, spent some time in Dubai. Just good energy, man. This is when my son and I went to a Florida State Bowl game a couple of years ago, man. We had a blast. It was freezing, but we had a blast. Got these masks in South Africa, down in Cape Town. This light, man, it just adds a solid ambiance to the room, man. I believe it sets it off and gives it the vibe I want. This area, man, just like a little sitting area. This is when me and maybe a brother sit and chop it up. Done some podcast here. I bought this picture years ago, well before I started traveling, man. It was just to represent me at some point seeing the world. This light is a small something to add to the room. Again, at nighttime, man, the light just kind of sets the tone, Love these masks, man. I got these masks when I took my son on his bro mitzvah. Took him down to Mexico for his 12th birthday, and we picked these up as souvenirs. Going into the laundry room. That was pretty basic. My son does all the towel folding, man. He does a good job at it. Now, what you'll notice in the hallway, man, I don't have any art up. There's something about just keeping the majority of the walls, clean in the house. It just keeps my energy clean, man. I love having clean walls. Go into the bedroom, I keep it very simple. white sheets, gray top, this area is important. As much as I talk about meditation and going to the other side at night, this area has to have a certain energy about it, right? So I keep it clean. The lights give it a nice vibe at night, man. Keep it all simple. Of course, this is where I sleep. Sometimes I'll meditate in here. Sometimes, man, I'll just kick back, watch a little television, maybe catch a documentary, maybe catch up on something I haven't seen in a while. Now, this leads straight into the bathroom. I'll be honest. I am not a bath taker. I'm a 100% shower man, but I do have the deep bath for, if guests want to get in and take a long hot bath, I'll hook it up and I might put some candles or whatever down, but I'm strictly shower man. Now let me take a moment to recognize Organic Creations. I buy 100% of my soap from this company. It's a sister-owned company, man. A sister out of Dallas owns this company, and I've probably been using this soap and this soap only for at least maybe almost the last 2 years now. Love this. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description. Now, when you look at my closet, I don't have a large amount of clothes. I got rid of them, probably over a year ago. And really 80% of the clothes I have now, I don't even wear. I got a few button downs from corporate America. I have about 15 pairs of jeans, but I only wear 3. I have a black pair, I have a blue pair, and a camo pair. When it comes to my shoes, man, I just keep it standard. I'm out of the bedroom, we're going to check out the office. I keep it simple, man. Of course, this is where I do the majority of my work. This is where I record my videos. So of course I try to set a certain vibe in here, right? A lot of people ask me about the painting in the background. This painting was painted by a sister out of Wisconsin, sister named Marie, fabulous artist. Her and I did some work together some months ago. This is actually going to be the cover for my book. And you'll see a collab coming up with her and I here in the future. Again, here in the office, I was strictly trying to set a vibe. As I said, all things have a purpose in here. This represents man and woman, going to the tree of life. I think for us to fix our current situations as far as like the way relationships are being handled now, man and woman are going to just have to come back on one accord and head towards truth. So this is what this represents. On the shelf, I have my old camera, my T6, and a few other books that I read, quite often. And the book holders, they simply represent the same thing that the photo represents, which will be disclosed in the book, As far as the equipment that I use on a daily basis, of course, I go Rode everything. I got the Rode Pod mics. I got the Rodecaster Pro. Just got me a new computer recently that helps with a lot of the editing. This is where I do my Zoom calls. This is where I do my conference calls. This is where I make my videos. This is where, the magic happens. This is one of my favorite pictures of my mother, man. This is, I believe this was the past Mother's Day when I was down there visiting her. I love this picture. If I'm not here on a conference call or Zoom call, this is also a great place to just kind of zone out and get some reading in. Now to the kitchen. It is an absolute must that I make tea each and every day. It's almost how I have to start my days off. I keep the kitchen very simple. Not a lot going on, only things that, like I say again, have purpose. These two pieces definitely have meaning to me, man. This first one, this bowl was a gift from Bricks, brother Robert Glover, Bricks Fitness, man. It was a gift for my last birthday when he came to visit. This second one, man, is something, this is the brother I call 2 Chainz, right? I bought this thing several years ago, and it's simply a piece to keep me in, keep me on point as far as, always staying connected with the one, always staying in the 5th dimension, always meditating, man. So this piece means a lot to me. On the other side, man, I'm always keeping some fresh fruit, something my son could just cut up real quick and dive in. I have to give a shout out, man, to my sister out of California. Yummy Honey is the only honey I purchase, man. One thing I love about this kitchen, man, is the huge island. You know, even though I don't have a lot going on when I'm washing dishes, when I'm cooking, and when my son is eating, it's good to have a large area for all that to take place. Now, the dining area, I keep it simple. Of course, this is where I eat, but this is also a place where I go, you know, to kind of get my mind out of the office sometimes. Sometimes if I want to edit a video outside of the office, this is where I'll come and do it. You know, in the morning when I check my stocks, this is where I come to do it. When I'm responding to YouTube videos or answering emails, this is pretty much where I do it. One thing that I love about this dining area, man, is these small hands, right? You know, I can't remember where I got them from. I believe it was a thrift store for a few dollars. But I use them to hold my wine bottle corks. And all they do is just remind me of good times with friends, good times with family, and just keeps me in a good vibe, man. Now, the living room, brothers, I keep it very simple. Of course, I'm an earth tones type guy. You know, simple brown leather, you know, light brown pillows. During the wintertime, my fireplace burns almost 24 hours a day. I mean, there are times where it doesn't go off for maybe, you know, several days or even a week at a time. Of course, I tried my hand at decor to try to lighten the room up a little bit. These coasters, man, are special to me, man. My sister bought these for me a birthday or two ago. Going upstairs, well, you know, I've recently made some changes up here. Kind of got rid of everything up here and try to just add, you know, some solid energy for my son, right? Going upstairs, first thing we'll look at is the guest bedroom. Again, I keep it very simple. I try to add a Zen type feeling, you know. When I have guests over, I want them to be in a good mood, because if they're not in a good mood, that means they're messing my mood up. So I try to just keep it very simple, very laid back, and just a solid energy. Going into my son's room, fat head of Marshawn Lynch, the Seattle Seahawks fan, typical gamer room. One thing I try to do up here is you know, put my son in a good energy when he comes out of his room. You know, I want him to see his own jerseys on the walls with, you know, professional players. I thought about getting some of the, you know, retired NFL players' jerseys to mount on the wall, but I was like, what better than for my son to see his own jersey on the wall? So I took a few jerseys from him being in Little League, him being in summer leagues, and just trying to create a whole different energy up here. Now we're going into one of my favorite rooms, the movie room. Now, brothers, this is where me and my son come to, you know, we do a lot of bonding here. We do a lot of, you know, Mayweather fight watching. We'll do a lot of Super Bowl watching, a lot of, you know, college football games. This is kind of where we come in and just be men, right? At the same time, you know, this is a good place, you know, to have some Netflix and chilling. 75-inch television, surround sound, you know, only what I need, and but I love this room. So it's a good place for me and my son to bond. You know, when I feel like messing his self-esteem up, I'll fire the PlayStation up and dust them off in some 2K or in some Madden, right? So it's just a good bonding area for us. Now, when the movie is over and I feel like I've eaten too much popcorn, you know, it's time to get a workout in. Now, sometimes I'll drive into town and hit, you know, Cowboy Fit. But sometimes it's more convenient just to work out at home. So here recently, I added a home gym for me and my son to get a quick workout in. It definitely helps as far as keeping the consistency up. My brother, Mr. Infinity, definitely, you know, hooked me up with a lot of items, a lot of online coaching, and it's definitely helping me on my fitness journey. So yeah, that's it. This is my minimalist home. This is my minimalist lifestyle. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Oh wait, I live here.